This is Grandmaster Boris Alterman and you're watching Gambit Guide. We are going to start today the new series of lecture. It's a Blumenfeld Gambit today. After d4, knight f6, c4. So black can reach this gambit line with a two different moves order. So the most, I would say, appropriate one is just to e6. So black is trying to get into the Nimzowitsch defense after knight c3 and bishop b4. So when white is going for knight f3 line, that black immediately plays c5, force white to move the pawn forward after d4, d5. So white is usually playing this d4, d5 move, winning the more space. And in case of e takes d5, c takes d5. So we have the classical position of Benoni defense. However, instead of capturing on d5, so black immediately could counterattack white's position, white's center, by the means of b7 and b5 move. If you are studying my lectures about the Benko Gambit, that you can realize that the position is quite similar. So let's say in case of d4, knight f6, and c4, black immediately could play c5, and after d5 to reach the real Benko Gambit by the b5 move. So in that case, if white is not accepting the pawn sacrifice immediately after c takes b5 and plays knight f3, so once again black has the opportunity to transpose from the Benko Gambit into the Blumenfeld Gambit after e7 and e6. So I could tell you that the Blumenfeld Gambit is even older than a Benko Gambit, because it was discovered already in 1920, 1918, something like that, by the Russian master, quite famous in Russia and of course the former Soviet Union Republic, Benjamin Blumenfeld. So this opening line was just fairly popularized by Alexander Alekhine brilliant victory against one of the greatest German chess players, Alekhine-Tarrasch, in 1922. And still, the Blumenfeld Gambit has a lot of supporters even today. So let's consider the main point of the black sacrifice. So as usual, we studied in all our lectures that in the opening you have to fight for the center, and with this b5 sacrifice, black is trying to get the full control over the dynamic situation. I mean, to move his pawns very fast into the center squares and to create the outpost for his pieces and to take the full control over the center, just trying to use dynamic potential of all his pieces. So in case of d takes e6 and f takes e6 and c takes b5, so black is just immediately playing d5, and for white it's quite difficult to create the counterplay, since black's development is quite easy. So one bishop is going to d6 and second bishop is going to b7, king h1. And now, finally, Alekhine just finished the game with a nice shot. You can find it. Black to move, and just in a few moves, white resign. It's not so difficult because all the standard ideas we know. When your opponent's king in such a dangerous situation, all your pieces